Oh, hey out there, Mr. Bakadon. How's it going? Let's see here. Boop, boop, boop. No, we need some tunes. Mr. Bakadon, you were talking about tunes earlier on Twitch. I support arcane anthems. Oops, except for that one. Not that one, and also it's too loud. A lot of the music I play on stream comes from them because it's copyright free and I'm supporting another creator that I can support. So let's see here. There we go. Oh, you guys are floating in space. Let's bring you down a little bit. For some reason, Stream Avatars always wants to reposition. Not really sure what the deal is there. So I'm gonna get rolling with Dungeon Scrawl. Minute tabletop save preset feature. Not sure about that one. What's new presets? Grassy. Oh. That's exciting. I'll have to take a look at that later. That's a new feature. I haven't seen that before, worked with it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get loaded up with a new save file. All right, and can go ahead and hide the numbers. What was Dungeon Layer 12? Oh, I need hallways. Number backgrounds, numbers can go for now. Yeah, Mr. Bakadon, I'm going to be working on, I'm hopeful to start up a story campaign of sorts. Still kind of with the emphasis on people being able to drop in and drop out, but a little bit more standard D&D and a little bit less solid dungeon action. So this is actually the, I've already got up on my blog the first two maps I'm going to use. This is the second one. Oh. General Googleos, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I was telling Mr. Bakadon, I'm working on the third map for a campaign I'm hopeful to run on stream. That's a little bit more of a standard D&D campaign, you know, with some exploring and problem solving along with the fighting. But still kind of maintaining the drop in, drop out nature that makes the Colosseum work. Because I still want to, you know, I really want to be able to have people come in and play when they can and not have to play when they don't. And, you know, just keep the stream running that way. I pulled up my last map because the easiest way with Dungeon Scrawl. And I really like it so far. It's one of the cool things you can only do. I mean, if you want, I can edit a picture for what I care. Just give me a description, like race, class, looks. If somebody else has got one, that'd be cool. I don't know if Mr. Bakadon's got something. I don't know. I don't have any characters off the top of my head. I'm a forever DM by choice. And most of my characters end up being pretty disposable. So, do a lot more monsters. I've got one in mind for the next map I'm doing. I'm gonna do, the first map in here I did a lot with squeezing and, you know, like throwing a monster that's tougher than the party can probably handle, but the space that it's in. Sure. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. I don't know if you can, maybe you can whisper a link to me. Or whatever it's called. Is it whisper? Yeah, it's whisper. Nope. Oh, that's nice. Is that a Spore Druid? Dragonborn, guessing? Yeah? But kind of goopy. It's a goopy boy. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I was busy dropping out layers of my map. I could have done a better job naming them, but I didn't. Okay, this is the Portcullis. Dragonborn Druid and Necromancer robes. Nice. Let's see here. Dungeon. This is the Portcullis, just in case I need it again. Oh, and the cool thing about Dungeon Scrawl is you can either pull it out as like a clip snap to the grid, so it works really nicely in Roll20, or you can drop it out as a SVG. Oh, yeah, it's nice. Dragonborn Druid. There's got to be a story there about why the Druid's rocking Necromancer robes, right? Let's see here. So I don't need to see the Portcullis right now, but it's good I know what it is. Number backgrounds. What's this detail? Is there anything on this layer? Huh, I don't see anything on this layer. I'm going to get rid of it. I may have created it by accident. Probably regret it, but I've got the save file, so. You know, I've never tried Incarnate, but so far I've liked this one. It's a little fiddly with the saves like any online tool is, But I don't know. I have the benefit of being old enough that I remember when you couldn't trust applications to autosave everything on their own. So let's see, what's this layer? I think this is a blank. Oh, that's the pillows. Okay, I'm gonna rename it pillows. Just in case I have a reason for pillows. Mattress. I did a good job there. Good boy naming things like a good boy. Wood. Okay, and that's only the furniture that I put in there. Okay, I know what the cages are. I don't need them right now. Bridge footing. I'm actually going to get rid of that layer because that's a duplicate layer of other layers. And so is the bridge layer. Definitely want to keep the water. There's going to be more water in this next maze. But I'll drop it out for now. Layer 14. Don't see anything clicking in and out. Chains weren't anything special. I'll get rid of those. It became platforms, and those aren't anything special. Get rid of those. 0. Okay. Somewhere in here should have been doors. I'm gonna maintain the door layer, but I'm gonna erase everything on it. I can remember how to erase doors. Oh, helps if I'm on the door layer. There we go. And go back to main train. Go ahead and get rid of all of this. What is there? Why is it not erasing? Because I turned off erase like a smart guy. Okay. Applications being smarter than me this morning. I don't appreciate it. Huh. You know, I don't think I did anything different. I'm just gonna delete. Oops. Ooh. Oh well. Okay, so I need a new layer. So what I really wanted to work with here was light, and light's tricky because At least to my mind, way too many of the... I'm gonna go look at Incarnate real quick. Oh. Okay, so this is more like for exterior maps, maybe. Town maps. Oh, that's nice. I'll have to check that out later. Let's see here. Yeah. One of these days I'll get to world maps. I need a map of the, let's see. There we go. Need a map of the Colosseum at some point. So that's 3 feet in, or 15 radius, 20 radius. Helps if I switch back to draw. I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty big map. So the water's been sort of the through line for my map. So the first one starts out where the party can hear the water pretty soon, and then they get down to the water, and then they follow the course of the water. And then, honestly, this program seems a lot better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can layer all day long. And like I said, you can kick it out as an SVG, so you can take it over to a vector graphics editor if you've got one. Like I use Inkscape because free also. Daddy likes free. So you can take it over to a vector graphics editor and do, you know, more sort of drawing. Like with this, you're in a good way restricted to making dungeon shapes that are pretty standard, and it keeps your maps nice and readable. But I need my water. So let's see here. Okay, that's not it. Did I get rid of... Oh, it's pool. Oh, and I still have a lot of it in... Oh, there's no problem, man. Talk all you want. I assume you've got other stuff to do, though. Let's erase. Get rid of all that business. And then... you know what I probably got rid of accidentally was the stairs, but it's a good size for yeah, good size pool of water. Probably about 20 feet in radius here. Nice big pond for them to land in. Let's see here. And then last time what I did was use a sideways stairs to indicate a waterfall, which I think looked okay. Although here it doesn't read very well. I think I should just get rid of it. I think we'll just leave it up to describing the fact that you've fallen into this pool of water. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, so let's get some map here. Oh, that's a good way to do it. Okay, so I go this far over. If I make this half as tall, let's see if I got it wide enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, 10 by. And let's bring this down a few layers. Yeah, that's weird. That's not what I want. Okay. All right, so what are we talking about here range-wise? So I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta think about this. There's only one way out. I'm gonna go ask Twitter. In D&D or another TTRPG game, if you had the option to go in any cardinal direction, which direction would you choose last? South and west. So this room needs some detritus. And maybe a fountain in the middle. To think about that fountain situation. Oh, that's actually fun. Yeah, definitely a fountain. So let me throw another layer. Oh, that's not it. Why is it style linking to that? That's unexpected. Pool is here. Dungeon layer 10 is here. But somehow, why are they linked? Something is amiss. Clear layer. Okay. Okay, so I need to be up. Oh no. Okay. But the pool. Let's delete this too, yes. Okay, I'm back on that layer, so let me bring this up. Okay, so I am in dungeon layer 11. I want to get above. Is it swapping these two? Okay, but why are we still showing two dungeon? What if I refresh? Cancel. Let's save just in case. Oh, all my text being weird today. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Nope. What happens if I remove this layer? Let me do it. Yeah, something's wrong with dungeon layer 11 here. I don't know if there's a good way to delete it. But it's clearly bugging. Really want to keep my... You know, I haven't gotten that much work done. I'm gonna go back to my save file and see if I can kill it when I import it. Let's see who showed up. Okay, did not load. And import save file. Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of an old school dungeon editor, and I kind of like, for dungeons, leaving them a little plain, because I feel like it leaves up, you know, more to the imagination. But yeah, something's wrong with my save file. I've been chaining the same save file through multiple dungeon builds to maintain the styling that I've changed. Maybe that's not something that's gonna work out. There it is. It's not happy. It's not a happy dungeon generator. It's this guy that's doing it. This is dungeon layer 11. It's all your fault. Maybe if I just close it out entirely. Find that layer 11 bastard and kill him right now. Oh, not even here. This is 100%. See, something's weird. Okay, well, fuck it. Start over fresh. If the color of my water changes, nobody will probably notice, right? That's the sort of weird detail shit I worry about that maybe other people don't. All right, nice big pool in the middle, 20-foot pool. Go ahead and change the background so it's watery. Ooh, that's a nice color for water. Go ahead and pull. Ooh, you know, I'm gonna make the stroke width thick. And change the stroke color to like a gray. Give my pool a rim. And then throw a second one in for the central part of the fountain. Okay, I'm going to have to create a new layer for it. So I'll rename this fountain base. Interesting that it's duplicating that. Can I do a shadow on the outside of it? Okay, let's crank the shadow width way up so I can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna kill the grid here. And that shadow effect gives it a nice, oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. Back to the fountain base, kill off the grid, and match that shadow. There we go. It gives it a nice kind of look of depth. Actually wondering if this room, let's click into background and add a new layer above that. That is the floor. I want it to be about that much bigger than that, so I can key off the edges here. Okay, so what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 squares, so 50 feet. So I guess the problem is this is going to have to be a pretty big map. Again, as I mentioned, I'm trying to play with lighting a little bit and, you know, what the players can see, which is tricky since every asshole in D&D has, uh-oh, dog's having a bad dream. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. So I want to make sure that from the center of the room, with dark vision, they can't see the edges. Let's look at that. Just want to remind myself. an elf has dim light, you can see 60 as if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light, which is stupid as shit as far as I'm concerned, because dark vision probably shouldn't work in the complete absence of light, because that's not how seeing fucking works. But hey, it's magic, so let's keep moving, get past my rage about dark vision, and build the world that I have to make life hard. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So from anywhere in this fountain, no player will be able to see the edges of the room at this point. So that's a good start. I need some pillars, because you gotta have pillars. It's fucking Fantasy Town. Fantasy Town's got a bunch of pillars. So I do those on their own layer. I'm going to do them on a layer above the floor layer, so we'll call this pillars. I think the pillars are pretty big here. They're probably, this is kind of a monumental space. Pillars are probably 10. And I do want them to be visible, so let's put the pillars at about here. I need to take it off of it's not flipping back to oh, maybe if I use that, it'll change the number of sides. There we go. Get a nice healthy number of sides on my pillar. And then I'm gonna leave it the same background as the, you know what, I'm gonna darken it up. So the background, do the same gray as the edge of the, the edge of the fountain in the middle. Oh, and I fucked up here. So this is 4 feet away from this wall and 3 feet away from that wall. I want to get it 4 and 4. There we go. And then the cool thing is this mirror tool, so I can mirror the pillars 4 feet apart by drawing a mirror line. Let's see. I didn't even fucking think about dividing the space up, so that's all wrong. So what happens if I put the pillars? I could do the math, but math is for jumps. Let's face it. How far apart? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So 25 apart, or 5, depending if you're not doing D&D math. Okay, so I think the solution is I need bigger pillars. And I'm not one to argue with a bigger pillar. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, and in the results of my impromptu D&D Twitter poll, people have said that south is the least likely direction they would go so far, so let's do it. So south will be the proper way to go. still solving this problem with pillars, and I'm gonna have to do math, but I don't, off the top of my head, know how big this fucking place is. Which is probably something I should know. I can make it tell me pretty easily, I think. Not that way, though. All right, so this room is 32 by 32. So if I want 4 pillars evenly spaced across 32 inches, 8, 16, 24, 32, so they appear on every 8. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. 16, 24, okay, no, it doesn't matter what the circumference of the pillar is, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. But that would put one at the last spot. 8, 16, 24. Yeah, no, actually, that'll work. I'm going to keep them 10-foot pillars. I feel like 15-foot pillars is kind of ludicrous. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, somehow I got the spacing wrong there too. Bot showed up. Hello, Lurks. Thanks for being the Lurks bot today. I'm gonna go for a brief intermission, and I'll be right back. Just go. These are the bathrooms. And we'll be back to working out our map. Wow, can't believe I spent an hour just getting to here. Fucking D&D, am I right? Okay, I'll be right back. Oops. Wrong layer. Switch back to floor layer. Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. Oh, these are not matched up. Let me get that erased. There we go. Now we're symmetrical. So let me zoom in here and see what I'm giving myself to work with. Assuming the rooms can be that wide. That's a pretty good room width. Yeah, I think so. All right, so that means my hallways go a little bit longer, so that's 5 deep and a 25 by 20 foot room, 5 foot room. That to work with over here. 5 by 5. And I can plot out the hallways. Oops, that's wider than I meant to go. Uh-oh. Did lose Mr. Bakadon too? No. Slow day on stream, folks. Talking to myself. Best conversation ever. Okay. So. We've got the central courtyard area. And then we're going to have these rooms around it. South end is going to lead to where the next map would be, but everybody's going to have to figure out what the fuck's going on here first. how you do a D&D. Let me draw my 5x5 here. Oop, did not go far enough. 4x4. 4x5. Here. Oh, I'm being sloppy. Gotta be careful with my grids. It's too wide. It's not like it doesn't tell me. A little bit. Can't really see what I'm doing. Let's see where the shapes take me. This corner quarter's a little bit bigger. Give me something else. I see where I went wrong. Clean this up a little bit. Got a huge screen. Why am I zoomed in so much that I can't see? There we go. Smart guy. Oops, still on the polygon tool, I want the rectangle. Oh, thanks. How's it going, Sexiest07? Thanks for dropping by. Just working on a map for a campaign I'm gonna run part of at least on Wednesday, I think, if all things go to plan. I'm using Dungeon Scrawl, by the way, in case you're interested. New favorite of mine. Alright, so the plan with this map, let me zoom back out for a second. So this is the third scrawl, SCRAWL, just in case. Help you out with text. So the plan for the map is that the players, I don't have a good way of, can't like ping, I'm used to, I keep wanting this to be Roll20 so I can ping a location. But where I'm pointing to right now is where the players will start. They're washing in from an underground river. This is, I haven't decided, I think it's dwarves or duergar. And I'll know I'll know when I put the doors on the houses if they're small or not, because I'd like to make some things squeezy. And then we can have some fun-sized furniture and whatnot. But anyways, they'll be dropping into the center. The area is going to be in full darkness, and I'm busy sort of figuring out space-wise. Space-wise, you have to make that pretty big to matter to the characters, since, you know, like half the races have dark vision. So I've made the room edges more than 60 feet beyond the edge of this pool. So, you know, they won't be able to see which way they're going out to the edges. And then I created a new monster. Hold on, let me bring my monster up. This guy, which I call a Lichtfresser, which is German for light eater. And I've given it the action of consume light, so any light source small enough for it to eat, it will attempt to eat, including the tips of torches. So they're going to have to make the decision between dealing with the darkness and, oh darn, where's my... dealing with the darkness and having these guys leave them alone, or having light and having to deal with these bugs swarming them constantly. I'm going to decide, I think, on, you know, like a hard to deadly number of them to distribute in a given area. And they also take extra damage from fire and explode into a little poison cloud if they die from fire. So the goal of them is not to be deadly. I've made them pretty easy to fight and kill, but it is to at least make there be a cost for using light. Yeah, they can try and draw them away, although depending on what light source they use, the creatures will extinguish it pretty fast. And then I need to put some big bads with you know, tremor sensor dark vision in here. Not dark vision. I don't know. This is going to be like level 3. So I need some big bads who can take advantage of the darkness to pelt them. Yeah, that's the problem I always have with darkness, is that I just feel like it's never a big enough... it's hard to make it a real problem with the way the rules of D&D work, so I really wanted to explore that with this map and make the darkness a little scarier. You know, challenge them to work with it. And then the way out, and also I haven't figured it out 100% yet, but even, you know, if you're rolling with dark vision, which, you know, so like an elf is still going to have a 60-foot range, in which they can see as though they were in dim light, even in full darkness, which I was griping about earlier, not making any sense considering how vision works. But that's neither here nor there. Rules are rules. I want to make some color-coded things that, you know, they'll get like a hint of if they spark up a light, but they won't be able to utilize unless they want to deal with the monsters coming after them. And then I ran a Twitter poll to see which is the least likely direction people would go in to find their objective. Everybody seemed to agree south. So this is like a courtyard or like town area that's going to be attached to a, what do you call it? A palace of some sort. And then, I don't know if you're interested, but that's my website, and I have the first 2 maps in the series. The first one does some work with the squeezing mechanics. Ah, nice, yeah. Various insects buried in the dirt such that as they escape. Yeah. Yeah, and I need the, I haven't drawn them yet, but I need to make the caterpillars. I think maybe the caterpillars are like the real problem, which would, you know, make sense biologically, because the caterpillars are the ones who do all the eating. So the adult mothy things are just there to fuck with you, but the caterpillars are down to pound. But anyways, if you're interested in seeing the finished map, I'll be putting it up on my website. And yeah, you can check it out there. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I think dwarves are medium, but maybe this will be like a silver fin, or however you say it, the rock gnomes. Maybe this will be a rock gnome kingdom. That's good. I haven't done that before. So if so, then let's look at the living quarters real quick. Yeah, because they're bitty, and they like to be underground. And that means I can do, instead of a typical standard tile, fudge, zoomed in on the wrong thing. There we go. So yeah, let me get to their room. Okay, so these are going to be like quarters, and instead of a 5-foot wide hallway, then I can put in a 2.5-foot wide hallway for the doorway. And the benefit there to me as the dungeon master and fucking up somebody's day is that a normal size creature, or a medium, you know, which most of them are. Damn, I can't see it. Let's zoom in a little bit more. A medium creature has to squeeze, which imposes all sorts of nasty things on them. Oh, I know what the problem is. I need to be snapping to a quarter. There we go. And I can get these nice tight little doorways. Speaking of claustrophobia, right? Jamming your butt through a doorway that's about as narrow as you are. Yeah. So then I drop in a door. And, oh, my doors look weird. Oh, also I don't want to do doors on this layer. I want to do a new layer full of doors. Done it on a new layer, I can change the style up, do the background in brown, and I don't like the shadowing that's on it right now, so let's take care of the shadowing. Alright, so places for my characters to get stuck into. Should give them some longer, narrow hallways. Maybe. We'll see. But I think I'm gonna get more of these doors connected up first. What are you up to today, Saxius? New player wants to be a halfling giant riding a giant wolf spider. I'm into it. I guess my question would be, can you tame a giant wolf spider? What's their int? Like 0? Giant. Yeah, 3. What's the int on a horse? Yeah, doing some work. Nice. Let's see here. Oh, I know what I can do. No, you know. A horse is technically dumber than a wolf spider, which I think that's a fucking stretch. But I've been trying to think of how to set up for a coming fight, running a 2e game where the players are getting ready to attack a forest hag's lair. Nice. I like hags. Hags are good fun. I have to say I heartily disagree with a wolf spider being smarter than a horse. That's... I mean, I'm sure nobody went through to check the intelligence ratings of these things for consistency, but a horse is definitely smarter than a spider. %. I don't even feel like that's a controversial statement. Don't want my spider listeners getting angry and writing it, you know, don't fucking at me about how you're just as smart as a fucking horse. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, maybe they're an evil ranger. You don't know. I was thinking of making these larger ones in the corners like, yeah, you know, it's cool. If they were going to get a mount, it might as well be a flavorful mount. Oh yeah, do giant wolves have a... Oh yeah, giant wolves do have a climbing speed. Oh, they're relatively fast, too. Not as fast as a horse. But you get that climb speed. Alright, and then... Giant wolf spider is a medium creature. Ah. I see. Yep. Smaller. Maybe they can be a pixie, too. They're a new player, so I was surprised they wanted to do something interesting. I mean, yeah, but you don't want them to choose to be a wizard right off either, because that's too much for a new player sometimes. Yeah. But Ranger's okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind if a player needs a minute to flip through their spell book, but other players get real pissed about it. Did I miss? I think I missed there. That's not centered, is it? No, I didn't see who won the smallest creature highest damage contest. I didn't enter. I should have, but honestly, I didn't have. That's not the sort of thing I excel at. Doors. Let's get some fucking doors on this place. Those not doors. Make doors. Doors. And since I'm putting these small doors on this place, I can put something pretty big in here and make him run away from it. Fuck yeah. Nothing like a slightly OP monster to brighten the Dungeon Master's day. This map is going to take a while. Okay, let's get the stairs in place. You know, no, most of my players tend to be relatively cautious. It's interesting. My like main just for fun campaign that I run. There's a dragonborn fighter and she's super cautious. Like she's always down to murder, but like she's not interested in stand-up fights with monsters. She wants to make sure she can get them down. It's very pragmatic. And then the cleric is hyper religious and assumes that all things are possible. The wizard's the wizard. And I don't know, we just got a new warlock. I'm not sure what his deal is yet, but yeah. No, and it's interesting because, I don't know, I have like two ends, kind of two tails on my players. One of my groups is very new, and one of my groups is very experienced. And the very experienced group is very, very committed to picking up on story hooks. Like if I drop a hook, they're going to follow it. They don't tend to go off on their own, which is, I don't know, is tough for me because I tend to try and make kind of sandboxy worlds where that's possible. Oh, parasitic wasp thinner than paper did almost 300,000 damage in a single round. That's cool. Anyways, one of my groups always follows their plot hooks. The other one doesn't know a plot hook from anything else and just sort of wanders around. But they don't go far enough to, like, because usually if I create some tougher encounters, I put them a little bit out of the way so you don't just wander into them and find yourself royally screwed. Um, but yeah, so no, actually, is that a thing you have? Is people who are going monster hunting above their weight class? Oh shit! What was I doing? Stairs. Let's name this layer stairs. Yeah, yeah, it's very hot in cold water. Bup, 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 bup. Party decided they wanted to do things where I raised an eyebrow. Yeah. Is it total party suicide? Ooh. Hmm. One group went into a tomb, and as they got deeper, they saw that it wasn't a normal tomb, but a prison for an evil mage. They didn't care and used every shortcut to find the mage. How'd it go for him? Yeah. Oh, and for Saxius, um, I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is 5A, 5P UTC. Although it's not, it's a Thursday. Oh, cutting a long story short, they broke the spells that held him back, and he thanked them by throwing spells at them. One player escaped by burning the bridge. For the rest is 50% were trying to fight him, 25% were hiding, and the last guy was gunning it. Nice. What I always like to do, oh, not always, but one of the things I like to do is just throw a super powerful monster that needs to be bargained with or something early. I did like an ancient black dragon that was trapped, and the players were all young. They were like initiates at a temple that had been sent to clear the sewers and found this thing. So either they made a bargain with it and set it free, perhaps not realizing that setting free a ancient black dragon is, perhaps not the nicest thing to do in the world, or they leave it, but another one of the initiates who's been stalking them, yeah, good, the initiate who's stalking them releases it and then blames them for it. So either way, they get this huge stigma of being the ones who freed this ancient evil on the world. Fun times. Now, I tried to run that for my kids, and they're a little young, and the guilt was a little bit hefty for them. Oil the rig. Hi, Santa, why you put me on the naughty list? Because you were bad? I mean, that's generally why I put people on the naughty list. My camera's aimed a little high. See, my group weren't new. They had some years of experience, so it was a bit of a fun thing that they got themselves into. Nice. Yeah, it was one of my earlier adventures, and I didn't realize that maybe kids didn't need like a big moral trip in their game. Yeah. And we switched over to Fate, and life was better. Oh, but I keep getting distracted. I'm trying to put some stairs in here. Okay, and I started that. 2 and 2. Let's see here. Oh, anyway, Saxius, I was saying Tuesdays, Thursdays, I run what I call Dungeon Sports Coliseum. It's all combat. It's, you know, drop in, drop out friendly. So people who can have time to play can come in. I welcome viewers if they've been a viewer for long enough. So if you give me a follow, you can come back, you know, and I think it's good workday viewing because there's not a plot that you have to follow. You can just watch some of my best players do their best ass beating with their best fucking overclocked characters. Ah, Captain Soul. Instant death mechanic? Oh, I just don't put it on the map because then you'd know where it was. Captain Soul, by the way, star of the arena. Most valued killer. Oh, and Captain Soul speaks German, so I can ask him, Captain Soul. Oh shit, where'd I put it? How do you feel about this thing being called a Lichtfresser? Lichtfresser? I never know quite how to hit it. You do more trill on the R, Lichtfresser. And then I don't know if the CH should be a ch or a sh. Licht. Oh, did I add an E there where I don't need it? Yeah. Light eater. Or feeder, really, because like you have a differentiation in German, eater for people versus feeder for animal, right? I kept the Schwanzesser. That's for a more adult game. What would you say? Schlangeesser? Or I'm looking for it. Wurstesser. Schwanz. Yeah, Schwanzesser. Do you have a, like, it does look like a Lichtfresser. Yeah. It's not IE. The translator I put it through said it should be LIE. All right. We'll see you around Saxius. Maybe come back, check us out some other time. Great chatting with you. Have a good day. Fucking A. Thank you. Well, I'll have to go through and fix a bunch of shit now. Motherfucker. It's so funny because off the top of my head, I was spelling it Licht first. And then I was like, oh, I better double check and make sure I'm getting my German right if I'm going to go to the trouble of giving a thing a German name. And then the internet fucked me like the internet does. Eat shit, internet. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have challenged you on the proper spelling of the German word. That was a dick move, and I do apologize. All right, where where was I? I got the doors in place. You know what? I'm going to put in one more room at the end of the hallway here. I got the stairs. Oh, man. You know, that guy, where was he? Oil the Rig 07. Started out with, you know, calling me Santa. I thought we were going to, I thought that he was going to try and burn, but he seems to have pussed out. You still there, Oil the Rig? You got any other shit to say? Yeah, I mean, I fuck like Santa too, if you know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. Shit. Oh, that's my door level. Need to get back to floors. Yeah, you know. And I mean, this whole fucking house is packed with little elves. It's gonna get nasty. I mean, it would if it were my place. I keep missing the points to make this snap properly. How's your day going, Captain Soul? Let's give this another square. Basically being lazy POS. Nice. Oh, nice. What sort of microphone did you get? Oh, I don't know if I've seen the Blue Yeti Nano. Oh, look at that sexy little boy. Says that your sound will be legendary here. And I mean, to be clear, your sound was already legendary, so it'll just be capturing the full legendariality of your sound. Did you go gold? I feel like you went gold. Tell me I'm wrong. Red. Yeah, that would have been my second guess. That's pretty tight. Oh, German Amazon doesn't have all the colors? I would assume, what is it, Amazon.dr? I would assume you get anything you want from Amazon.dr. Ugh. I'm gonna make this door a little bit bigger. Back to my doors layer. DE, that's what I mean, yeah. Door. I'm going to see if I can make a reasonably convincing looking portcullis here. I think it's going to be a real challenge given the way this map editor works, but What's life for if not challenges? So I am hopeful, and I'm putting it out on Wednesday. I'm gonna run something a little different. 10 a.m. PT, so what's that? 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Fatherland time. Sorry, I don't know if you still call it Fatherland or not. But this is actually the third layer of the map. I want to do it drop in, drop out, like I do for the Coliseum, but have a slightly more standard D&D adventure that's still friendly to the players changing. I have an idea for how to run the mechanic, I think, but it's going to be 4 players, standard D&D bullshit with, you know, traps and fuck and whatnot, and some monsters eating your butt. And this one, like I said, 3rd floor, I'm messing. I try to theme them a little bit, although my second one, the internet tells me it's not themed well enough. But the first one has a lot to do with squeezing, and both benefiting from and suffering from the squeezing mechanic, because I think the squeezing mechanic is super goddamn fun. This one is going to be more about light, and I mean, it's a fucking challenge, because half the races have 60 feet of dark vision that works even in complete goddamn darkness, which is not how vision works, but you know, you work with the rules you got. You go to D&D with the rules you got, not the rules you want, unless you make up your own rules, and then everybody is mad because their character can't use their dark vision, and I don't want to hear that fucking crying. So I've made this room super goddamn big, so even if they have dark vision, they can't see the end of it. And I think I'm going to color code some shit too, so even if they're relying on their dark vision. Yeah, everybody in D&D has goddamn friggin' dark vision. I was considering just making it magical darkness, but this is like a 3rd level map. I feel like rolling hard with magical darkness may not be quite the way to go yet, so. Really, 3.5, less things had dark vision? They passed out dark vision like it was fucking candy. Okay, I'm trying to make a portcullis while we have this conversation, so I'm going to keep working on that. Yeah, no, I was just curious because I really wanted to do something with darkness, and then I flipped through the PHB, and it's more than half the races. Yeah, true. Closed doors could do the trick. That's what I've got here. Lots of closed doors, lots of some squeezes. I think this is a, I haven't decided 100% yet, but I think this is a rock gnome. A rock gnome home. A home for rock gnomes. Whatever you want to call it. This is the portcullis layer. Yeah, that's, I was thinking especially with elves. Like, I would gladly gouge the eyes out of every elf in every game I run. Because fuck elves. Tieflings. But to counter Captain Soul, I feel like if I start the game out by railroading the characters into all having their eyes gouged out, it's not going to be received well. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. So what I think I can do is I can use the ellipse tool. Oops, am I erasing? There we go. And I can create... Nope, that's not how I want to do it. I want to center it here. Oh, it doesn't do ellipses. It only does circles. I wish I could do an ellipse. That would be better. Bird Box challenge. But they still have their eyes in Bird Box. They just have to wear blindfolds. And the whole the whole like you can't look at a thing mechanic in D&D is so soft. It's fucking 10 ply as shit. Like Medusa pops up, oh, you just look away, it'll be fine. I need to wrestle someone into staring into a Medusa's eyes. Yeah, we wouldn't. I mean, it's some of. Oh, I think I know how I can solve this. It's some of. What's her name? Was that. The one with the big feet from Speed Bird Box? Who was the actress? Sandra Bullock. There we go. This is probably some of Sandra Bullock's finest work if you're like a real Sandra Bullock connoisseur and you wanna catch up on some Sandra Bullock action. Okay, so I don't need this to be brown. To be clear. And then I want to come back and erase part of this. See how this works. I'm kind of stretching the edge of what this tool is good at doing, but I don't really want to pop it into a vector editor and do more work there. That's not quite right. Can I get it here too? Yes. Look at that. Okay, can I put some bars in it? See, it doesn't want to shrink the bars in a way that I can use. What if I do... Let's bring the stroke width down a little bit. Why is that offset from where I was before? From here. wall tool. Oh, I could have done this whole thing with the wall tool like a smart guy. Son of a bitch. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? No, I don't want to change the zoom. Let's see here. Oh, I need hallways and doors still. I am drawing, not erasing. Oh, doors. Let's get some doors in. Doors, doors, doors. What? What am I burning it all? Something's got Captain Soul fired up. I don't know what it is. Let's see here. I need another layer. Oh, I see. Sorry, they didn't. The fireballs didn't come through on my other. I don't know how to implement fireballs on this map. Let me think about it. If I figure it out, I will put 3 Captain Soul fireballs in here. The fountain. Just make it a fireball fountain. see, return. No, I mean, I'm going to give you the fireballs one way or the other. Just maybe not now. So I'm not giving you your fucking points back. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a random fireball fountain. Perfectly reasonable. Or just urine, I think, would be another option for the fountain to be full of. Just straight piss. Don't nobody loves some water sports. Okay, this is the stalls layer. Actually, no, they wouldn't be along this wall. They'd be up here. It'd be really nice as if I could do a gradient fill here. But this editor doesn't allow the option for that right now. Maybe one day. Let's bring the stroke width down a little bit. There. Let's do a second one of those. We should have totally done it that way. That's better. saved this a while ago. Nope, I missed again. Try one more time. You know, there's not a good way for me to draw fire here. I know that excuse falls flat and isn't completely uninteresting to you, but... Oh, and I figured out why it leaked at me, because it was actually the internet was being smart in Google Translate, and assuming that if I was talking about an eater, I meant a light eater, as in the sense of eating only a small amount of food, not as in eating light, because that's not a reasonable thing to assume that I would mean. So I'm the dumb and the internet's the smart, which is, you know, pretty much how it goes. Okay, fair enough. I'll stop anthropomorphizing the internet around you then. I should just be doing this with the line tool. Whoa. Captain Soul's fucking coming for you. Ah, shit. You said just... Oh. Okay. Sorry, it wasn't me. I'll duel you. What do I say? Type exclamation point accept. Why aren't we fighting yet? I want to watch you die, motherfucker. Oh shit! Hot Local Mom is back. Yeah, motherfucker. Suck it. That's because I couldn't lose in front of Hot Local Mom. I would have been really embarrassing for me. Gotta show out for my Hot Local Moms in here. You know what's crazy about Hot Local Mom is she's local to everybody. So that's cool. I like that. Very thoughtful. Mr. Bakadon's down for some fucking beating that ass too. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Yeah, I drew that line correctly. Got fucking schooled. Yeah, I specifically hacked stream avatars as dual system so that I could ensure you my English no good. Lost every time. 'Cause I'm that filled with spite and hatred. Das ist nicht in Ordnung. I have no idea what you did there. Hold on. No, you're not speaking Ukrainian. Who's the competent authority? And are they better than the incompetent authority? Ah, responsible. See if I can knock the corners off this thing and have a pitched roof. Oh, I bet with the polygon tool I can, huh? Aha, look at that shit. Nobody asked why a building has a pitched roof in a cavern. Because I'm not answering that question. Also, I ask myself why I put so much effort into creating a pitched roof on this building that no one's ever really going to appreciate. Yeah. Fair enough. Wonder if I can do like a figure 8 here with this tool and delete all the things I want to delete at the same time. Fuck yeah, I can. Like a boss. Space Dwarf. Isn't it nice? Luring disco dollies to a life of vice. I don't know if anybody else knows the song Sex Dwarf, but Sex Dwarf is one of my favorite songs. I have so much more of this map to do, and I've spent so much fucking time making these roofs angled. I don't know why. I mean, it looks kind of dope. Oh, and Captain Soul, Mr. Bakadon is secretly, although I think he's denying it publicly, working on a pornographic module, campaign setting full of drugs for D&D, and I feel like you'd be a good person to ask about that sort of thing, so... Yeah, I can't get rid of these little artifact corners on here, but that's no biggie. Excuse you for what? I mean, I don't think you need to be excused for anything. Just that, you know, I feel like, I don't know about the drugs thing, but I just feel like from the pornographic standpoint, you might have a... Oh, sorry. I guess Mr. Bakadon is keeping it on the down low for now. He doesn't want to run afoul of the powers that be at WotC. I think he's fishing for a job over there or something. And if two penises touch, then Faerun explodes. Did you know that? That's how Eberron started, actually. But the second time it happens, it will end both worlds. Oh, I need some more stairs. What's a dungeon map without a lot of stairs? Tentacle demon brothel with drugs and alcohol is not ready yet. Okay. Yeah. Well, you may have a casual disregard for Faerun, but let me assure you that maintaining the integrity of Faerun is incredibly important. I don't know, is there like a main world? Oh. Did Faerun start in Greyhawk or something? Or not Faerun, D&D? I have no idea. Not up on my... Yeah, that sounds right. I want some Dark Sun action. Speaking of worlds. Yeah, I thought you might have the answer to that one. I'm not saying that thing I just typed out loud. Somebody might hear me. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to do with this map? Feeling pretty good about this map. Might do some arena paperwork. Scam bot. That's weird. I don't know why that would be. We also got Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. Okay, true. But we got Ravnica and Theros, which are both MTG. Nothing against MTG. I just played all the MTG I ever need to play in high school. I'm done. I'm never going back. Collectible cards, no thanks. Yeah. Wildemount's a pretty good book. Actually, like the Monsters Never On. I like a lot of the Monsters Never On. And some of the Wildemount stuff is pretty nasty. Those psychedelic sorcerers or whatever they were correspond seers or something like that. Those were nasty boys. Okay, but I was doing paperwork. Just what everybody likes to watch people do on Twitch. Paperwork. Bounders. No, I don't think I've seen the more Bounders. It's not. So is one of these the official image? Critical Role fandom? Oh. This one's pretty cool. Yeah. They made it a little... So this person, when they drew it, put the eyes binocular like a cat. This has eyes like a goat. Is it a goat? Yeah. Oh, you just said. I just think the goat eyes look so weird. I'd be fine with the goat eyes, but if they were aligned forward, that would make more sense. This thing looks like a fucking predator. Predators don't have fucking wall eyes on the side of their heads. I like the veininess. Makes it look like a big furry black penis. So that part's good. Here's somebody snuggling with a moorbounder. That one looks more like a hippo. Here's a gnome with no arm, or a goblin with no arms. Oh, this is Caleb? That's Zorth. Oh, this is Zorth. And this is Caleb. I should care who these people are? You sound like I should care who these characters are. I need to do a better job of pretending that I like Wildmount, Wildmount, whatever. I realize that's holding me back. Okay, that's enough looking at Critical Role characters. Boop. Let's see here. almost done. Oh, maybe I do have it running somewhere and I just didn't see it. I don't see it though. Oh well. It's a shameful oversight on my part, but such is life. Oh, sorry. I was busy talking to myself also. My microphone got all the way over here. Is that better? Let's see. And I need to get over into patron chat. Patron chat. 29th. The fireball costs less because you can't target the fireball and it takes a round to happen. The rock, you can call out whoever you want, including players. So A, since it targets players, I want it to be more expensive. And B, since it targets players, I don't want anybody accidentally murdering a player, although they could fuck up their dex or their saving throws. I might disallow it on player and death saves, but it's to give the audience a little more interaction without necessarily fucking anything over too hard. I feel like as the GM, I'm the one who gets to fuck with the players' will. Yeah, the fireball's mostly just to keep people moving around the arena. It very rarely does damage unless somebody drags somebody else into it, or Captain Soul's there and he paralyzes a bunch of his friends for no good reason. Joking. What was I doing here? Okay, nobody said anything about that, so we'll just keep moving. dragged people into a hole once, and I got flamed for that, and there was a massive shitstorm. It's fair enough. So you can see Captain Soul's feelings are still a little hurt. I don't know why everybody's so mean to Captain Soul. Who can say? All right. Oh, yep, that should be week 8. Whoa! Yeah, guess people are hungry for that ever down. Is one of them you? Yeah, nice. I mean, you caused plenty of... Yeah, I need to expand out. The problem is, I don't know, I'm bad at running modules. That was, what do you call it? Oh, shit. Was that TPK? It might have been TPK. Yeah, darkness can be a real problem for your friends. Yeah, TPK. He's been busy lately. Haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing well. Oh, wow. When you scoot back far enough, the map, it looks like separate shingles on those roofs. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I've been wanting to branch out from just the combat for a while. The problem is that, I mean, you know how much time it takes to prepare homebrew shit. And I hate running modules. Like, passionately hate running other people's modules, so... and it's not about, like, the quality, it's just that if I know there's a preset, like, thing that's supposed to happen, I have the worst time improvising around it. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Actually, and these maps are a little more rote than I normally go. Normally things are pretty open, but again, I'm trying to find a way I can do, like I've got, this will be my 3rd map, so I'm going to have a 3-map lead on where the game is streaming at, so hopefully that'll give me enough runway to continue to generate content, but like, it's fucking time consuming. I mean, I've been cranking on this for 3 hours, granted, Mr. Bakadon keeps distracting me, but you know, such is life. Oh yeah, I need a new blank workbook. No, I mean, I think improvising is really the best way to go, because I think it's really easy as a DM to get wrapped up in the shit you've created and try to force the shit you've made to happen. And if you just, you know, have the outlines of what you want to happen, then you shift more with what the players want, and I find that's more what people want, is to have a more active role in the story, and that's hard in D&D. Other games are easier to do, easier to improvise in, but D&D, because I don't feel, again, if there are rules, I want to follow them for the most part, so like the combat rules I feel like are important. I don't know why. I don't know why D&D if you're not going to use the 3D or the you know, the mapped combat. Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, I was bringing in some data. Boop, 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 boop. Where are you? Am I even in the right spot? No, I'm not in the right spot. Close and load. Yeah, so what I generally like to do for a campaign is build a pretty big open world with, you know, lots of locations, and then try to let the players explore as much as they will. Everdown won't be like that. Everdown's sort of the Diablo version of D&D, but although not lots of random item drops, don't expect that. Also, I'm testing it, so it's going to be a shit show. Yeah, you can totes RP with people. That's what I want to get more of. Because honestly, like I've said it before, the Coliseum's the hardest. It's the hardest GMing I do. Because it's just non-stop fucking math and moving shit and paying attention to people. Like, if you start popping off about how your character got a case of the dungeon clap and there's a 30-minute conversation about the dungeon clap, then I can just pay attention and take some notes so that I know that you need a potion of cure dungeon clap later. And then, you know, I'm not constantly doing stuff. And maybe I can send out a tweet about what's going on, or, you know, work on tightening some other things up, but I can't do that during Coliseum games. I just fucking constant go, 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 go. Which is fine too, but it'll be nice to be able to lay back a little bit more. Oh yeah? Oh, is it gonna be, what's his name? That one high elf cocksucker that I didn't like very much? Oh shit, I can't say that anymore, can I? Fuck, I'm sorry. Apologies. That wasn't a slur. Or it wasn't intended to be. Shit. Ooh. Destroy the video, destroy the video. Silarain, there we go. Can I say shut his cock holster? I feel like that's fine, because that's different. I'm not slurring anybody there. I hope. Other than cock holsters. Which, you know, again, you know, nothing wrong with cock ulcers. Jesus. I keep digging this pit deeper. Silrain Lorraminor. Still can't quite trill my R's the way I need to. Let's see here. Let's get that table range. Ah, Killage. What's going on? How you doing today? Not too bad. Did that thing where I forgot to put on deodorant this morning, and now I'm sitting in front of this hot-ass lamp, and it's starting to smell over here. But other than that, you know, really good. I mean, okay, also, you know, we're all stuck in the fucking house, and I want to go outside. Because normally I work from home, so I'd, you know, take the laptop out and go work in a restaurant for a couple hours, but, you know, such is life. I'm going to stop bitching about reality and get back to what I'm doing, which is putting together some numbers for the website. Stop being a fucking bummer. It's week 8, not 7. Not 7, 8. Blows, monsters faced, assists, and NBCs. There we go. Yeah, so we reached level 20 on Thursday. And then I'll probably do one day next week with level 20 and an epic boon and then a special event. So the week after next, we'll be back level 1. You know, new faces, some new options. Level 19 is tomorrow, yeah. And then I'm scheduled, and I've already got players, so I'm going to be doing Wednesday at 10 a.m. PT, like a still slightly pared down campaign, not like I would normally do if I were, you know, just running a campaign, but a slightly pared down campaign that I can still have players dropping in and out of. PHB +2, still the same rules. Unless you can argue against me that I shouldn't. Anyways, that'll be Wednesday, and they'll be starting at level 1 on Wednesday. So yeah, so there's that. Why is this showing this way? This is not what I want. Oh, because I don't show weeks on this one, because I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted you to go away. Go away. Shoot. Shoot. Yes. That's how you make a leaderboard. Yeah, campaigns on Wednesdays. I'm testing it, testing the waters to see how it goes, but Wednesday is 10 a.m. So, story time. Like I said, though, I don't know. At some point, I'm gonna get to running a full campaign. But if I'm gonna run a actual campaign, I need like a steady group of committed players. And I mean, this will still be a campaign. It just won't be quite as expansive a campaign as. Yep. Okay. So I got Killage and Captain Soul signing up. And Killage, you still haven't found your way onto our server somehow, huh? Let's fix that. There you go. Don't share that around. It's only good for a day anyways. Run for European mornings. Yeah. Yeah. I probably should make that gold limit lower, but yeah, I wanna make sure I'm rewarding the faithful. But you count, because you're always fucking around, so yeah, see you around the server. I'm not super chatty on the server, I apologize. I'm just bad at that sort of thing. But, yeah, you can get in. All right. Oh, I was busy doing my leaderboard. Oh, and I'm running up against the end of stream time. So, yeah, get this leaderboard done and we'll wrap up. See who we can find to raid over to. Nightmare, Captain Robert, Valen Van, Jedi Greg. Let's do someone a little bit less established. Oh, does I have any of? Nope, none of those are up. Oh, Winter's out there. Xerox Copycat, no. Oh, Deep Rock Galactic. That sounds like a thing that you would like, Mr. Bakadon. Let's go see Deep Rock Galactic. And now I can know what Deep Rock Galactic is. Everybody have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.
This is not how you mind. I can't pronounce that name at all. Has raided me with a 5 group of people. Hey Raiders, how you been? Very good time. We're about to do something a bit.
Everyone has a routine. I brush my teeth, eat breakfast, work out, shave with Gillette Pro. Gets virtually every hair in the first stroke. For a shave, I barely feel. So, when I hop on the street and plant this lovely face in front of millions of people, I'm not worried. I just show up, ready to play.
Oh. A second explosive at the back just came in.
He seems to be chasing me a little bit there.
Guys, there is a detonator coming out to the east.
Oh, heck.
That is coming at you right now. He's actually coming at me.
I see it.
Oh,
Sugar.
hecking heck. Right, okay.
Okay, I'm trying to deal with the detonator if I can.
I may have just set off a large explosive by mistake. Where's it all
Oh,
gone?
hello. Hello.
Everything's gone. I keep getting knocked off wires and stuff. Hold on. Sorry, raiders. Thanks for raiding. It's all going a bit wrong.
Oh, hello.
Right, I'm getting back up into the action, everyone. I'll be with you in a sec. I'll be laying down some fire.
Oh shit. That's not right. Now, just noticed the detonator.
Oh, shh.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's fine.
running away.
I am not getting any closer than I am now.
Right, I'm going to try and burn the detonator to death.
Careful, you've got a dreadnought coming about to you. That's about to explode.
It's alright, I killed it. I did die, but I killed it.
Oh, poop.
I'm in a very awkward spot.
I got you.
Oh, that was a great lead.
I got you, man. I got you.
I'm in a tight spot. Thanks, mate.
Not a problem.
How the hell do we get off this rock?
Hang on 1 second.
Hey. Oh, I just got set on fire again. I should probably just concentrate on the chat.
You guys okay down there?
I'm much better in this game than I am displaying right now, everyone.
Oh, Blaze, you moron.
Get it, Blaze. What hell's it on?
We've hardly dodged it.
Okay, but
Oh,
we
hello.
did kill the bolt detonator though.
Yeah, true.
Oh, Blaze is dead. Joel, press E.
Thank you. There we go.
Fell down.
It's coming for us.
It's coming for us.
It's not a good time to bring
That's not a good time to bring me to life.
Oh god, only the shotgun left.
Part of the way.
Ow. Oh shit.
There's still stuff in the reloader.
It's alright, it's still coming after me, so I'll lure it around here.
Cool.
I'm gonna call another supply drop anyway because we've got enough flights and I'm also.
Oh dear.
Exploders incoming.
exploded things. They're all coming on this, aren't they? It's like, see if we can make this even more difficult than it usually is.
I mean, I just nearly got killed by incoming ammo drop because I wasn't paying attention.
Hold me a second.
You're standing in front of an exploder, mate. There's no covering you.
Ah, it's chasing me.
Ah, cogs.
Burn! Burn and die! Burn and die!
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Who's dead?
Hang on. Having a slight
I'm so close to this.
slight issue. There we go.
Good fix.
Fixed it. Sorry about that, Hugh.
that's alright. It was probably having issues because I was mid zip line when I got killed.
Yeah, quite possibly. We're all a bit dead. Get some ammo. Ah, right, so how do I pronounce this name? Voivode Koautek. Voivode Koautek. Is that right? Did I do that right?
Voivodes, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming along, and thank you for bringing your raiders with you. I'm sure you're all exceptionally groovy people. We're playing Deep Rock Galactic tonight, quite badly, as you've just seen. I mean, maybe I should just blame you for that. Who can tell? Right, what have we got to do next?
Well, we've got some ammo here if anyone wants it. There's another one on the Because if you don't, I'll take it.
Yeah,
How much have I got?
I'm alright.
I did see a load of Ebo nuts around in here
I'm gonna take it then.
while we were all trying not to die.
We have sugar in the ceiling.
Sugar in the ceiling.
Heard an unsettling rattling noise.
Let's have a look at the map.
That might well have been me.
Oh, it's not far from here. It's just along.
Oops. Ah, it's the wrong button.
I just don't want to call down.
Something just exploded on me. It was my own detonator. I just blown myself up in a corridor. I'm not doing very well tonight. This is not great.
I'm down there.
I'm down that corridor. I was going to build a little tunnel from this corridor where you're just coming to rescue me, through to where we got to go. But then I kind of exploded.
Run all the way around there. Why'd you do that, man? You could chop your way through the wall with 2 hacks of a pickaxe.
I didn't realise.
Where's our driller man? We need a driller man.
Driller man's lying on the floor.
Ah,
Okay. Come back this way.
Yes, tonight is not my night. I keep getting my mouse wheel clicks wrong, and as a result, throwing explosives around.
oh, I found the hole. There we are. Oh, and I've just walked into something nasty. Shit.
You've just found yourself death.
I didn't mean to do that. I just literally I
too
was
late.
Oh, fuck.
We've got to deal with that, unfortunately, because it will pursue us throughout the entire map.
Is Joel
Yeah.
red?
Oh, I didn't mean to. Honestly.
Where's that?
So he must be up there. So.
Joel, no, Joel's green, isn't he? Oh, okay, you're up there. Right.
Yeah, it's coming though.
What is it?
I don't know. It's something weird machine-like. It's facing up the road.
It's a Betsy.
Oh god, you've done a Betsy nightmare.
HGA pulled a
It
Betsy on.
literally was around the corner. I did not see it, and I just walked around.
Yeah, that's fair enough. They often get in awkward positions.
Honestly, if I'd seen it, I wouldn't have seen it. There it is.
Almost
There we
landed
go.
on one before. Yeah, bear in mind you can't stay in a group because
It'll
those
kill us all.
explosive mines are a nightmare.
Oh, fudge!
Especially on a good shot.
I'd be dead. Somebody come and res me. Mind the explosive mine.
Yes, I just got explosively mined.
Oh,
Worked out what-
somebody else is dead as well. Quick, don't go down to one person being alive and one person being dead. Somebody come and res me. Jump!
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, don't come and res me.
Oh, great timing. There's an oppressor up here.
Oh, you were. Shit, right? Whoa. Jesus.
Ouch, that's me dead again. This is multiple deaths tonight. I'm not sure how this... Okay, well at least I've got an oppressor annoying me.
Yeah.
And once you guys manage to kill the Betsy, then
Oh,
Not just getting random people up because we're about to all die.
thank you.
That's alright. I'll try and
By the
find
way-
someone else to keep alive.
Like, what are we shooting? Let's shoot that oppressor.
it seems to be eating me while stuck in a rock. Did you manage to kill the other thing?
Nope. I think that might be behind it.
It's above us. Oh, shit, I'm gonna die.
Oh, Cox.
I'm
Okay.
gonna run away.
Run away a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna die otherwise. Seriously need some help.
Everyone does.
Oh, good.
Where are you, Hugh?
Trying to stay alive. And
Oh, you're
keep
running.
that,
You're running away. Good lad.
I'm getting another supply drop pulling in. Oh, and I'll try and deal with this pill bug before it does anything really irritating.
Joe, you need a redeemable thing for like 20k.
What?
In chat, you need something to redeem points that's worth 20k.
Why?
Because I have 22.
Bloody hell, man! You've been watching my stream too
Alright.
much.
Move.
I'm running away from that situation.
Yeah, I think you're wise too. I'd ignore that impressor because it's busy with Joel, and we've got a Betsy to deal with.
I gotta run away though, because I'll get some ammo and health.
Oh,
shit.
Christ.
I don't even know what killed me. Though.
That was a... Oh, shields up, eh?
I should've
Oh,
got
for
shield on
God's
the ammo.
sakes.
So that was fine. Not thinking.
I just got murdered again by the Betsy. We're basically ruined here, guys.
It's alright, don't give up.
I'm not giving up. I'm happy. I'm just saying we're basically ruined here because unless somehow Hugh can miraculously kill either of these things, or it kills itself.
Oh, I get you. Trying to lure it around now.
Okay, it's still shooting at you. Locking on. Oh, that's really clever. Nice one, mate.
Get my shield out and take the shield on the ammo first.
I've been trying to get the kids to face masks.
Who's that I'm talking to?
Everyone's opening up again now when they're like, close to people.
I can hear people.
Careful. Got one of them.
Christ.
Look out. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, you bugger. Ah, you...
Oh, Cox.
Okay, Joel.
Oh! No.
Too late.
Yeah. Mission death.
Trying to get
Mission there.
Never mind, that was my
Mission
fault.
death.
Round the corner.
Ah, well, never mind, eh?
These things happen.
These things happen to us a lot tonight. We've been having a weird old time.
I mean, we are all playing different characters than we would normally play, so.
Yeah, that is true. Hang on a sec while I look for something.
Yeah, give me a couple minutes, just gonna grab a drink.
Yes, I think I need another beer. I think I might go back to playing with a scout.
Going back to being a scout might be a fine idea.
You've got fed up with me playing other characters already.
Well, no, I'm just, I might go back to being the gunner, to be honest. I just,
Let's go back to normal.
we shouldn't really have lost that, but,
I got a load of perks to do though, so it was,
well, not all bad then, I suppose. Let's go back to our normal clothes.
yeah. But I'm gonna get a beer as well.
Cool. As in a beer at the bar or a beer in your house? He means a beer. If you want to see that game over line, then you can donate some bits and it will happen automatically. I think it... Do you know what? I can't even remember how many it was though. I spent the afternoon setting up various chip bit things. Can't remember what they were. I know there's one for 5. I think there's one for 15. What are we supposed to be doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Right, we're playing who we are properly. We're going to do this properly. I'm going to get us a lucky beer. Right, chaps, I've got beers in. I think they've all gone to the loo. I'll do some barrel kicking to entertain you, the wonderful watching audience. Go on, go through. Yeah. Go on, go through. Yeah. Gonna swish one in a second. Nope. Ah. Ah.
Bottle of Atomic Fury.
Swish. Oh, oh.
Oh, beers really?
Yeah, I got some beers for everyone. I'm just waiting for everybody else to come back from the loo.
Yes. Yes, no, I'm definitely up for doing a multiplayer Stellaris. That sounds fantastic.
That does sound fantastic. This is an idea that I was yet to tell everyone about, but there you go.
Oh, well, they're all away at the moment, aren't they? So that's why I was thought.
No, I meant the audience. Love you, Joel. I love the fact that you just have absolutely no idea about the whole world I currently live in. But anyway. Got my lunch. What did I miss? Firstly, what time zone are you in to be getting your lunch? That's incredible. And you missed us all dying. Incredibly embarrassing. Hang on, don't drink that yet. Oh. Good impulse control, Bays.
If you thought that was quick, you should see how quick I'm going through this.
Yeah, the humiliation was keen and much felt. Much like Blazer's humiliation right now, being the only dwarf dancing like a prune.
I can pull it off.
Yeah, the thing is, we can't hear your music because it's only coming through your computer.
Hang on, one second.
Yeah, the thing is, we can't.
No.
Wait, that's used beer.
No, I was going to try and order more.
You can't order more while there's one on the bar. It's against etiquette. Dwarf etiquette. You're going to have to drink Hughes beer.
Drink Hughes beer.
Drink Hughes beer. We'll drink him on 3 while he's on the toilet. Right, ready? 1, 1, 2, 3, drink. And then let the dance party begin. He's got the best moves. Joel and I have got the same moves, and what the hell is happening there, Blaze? That's some of the worst country dancing I've ever seen. Oh, I can't talk, I'm doing it. Yeah, look at Joel and me working it.
Just call me Flatley.
That's the stuff, isn't it? We don't actually need any Dark Morkite because that's that helps with mining. It's a waste of time. So let's just get on board and get going.
Yeah.
I heard Hugh. Where are you, Hugh?
Yep, I'm alive.
We drank your beer, I'm afraid.
That's alright.
We've also changed back to being our own people. So feel free to put your engineer suit on if you want.
We've always got. Well, it's up to you actually. Yeah, because it's doing it right then.
Floss those thighs. Oh yeah.
Well, we're scouting.
I've got my new upgraded rifle, haven't I?
Oh yeah. I can't remember which gun I've brought with me. Right, so I don't get to freeze anything anymore, and I don't get to drill holes. But I do get to shoot things. A lot. Blaze, how near are you to level 18? Did you spot?
Oh,
Must be near.
we've got almost a whole level.
Oh really?
I just hit 17.
Okay, here's the plan. If we complete 2 mil missions, that'll probably do that. So let's roll.
We can do it in 40 minutes.
Yeah, we probably can if we don't doodle about.
Oh, spitball.
There.
Yeah.
Now. Oh, Joel.
Grabber.
Grabber, yeah.
Dead grabber.
Dead everything. Right. This is better. I've got the right gun. I know what I'm doing. What is Molly doing? Look at this. Look at this. She's impaled.
That's been known to levitate in places.
No, she's not levitating. She's been impaled on Holomite.
No, she was looking like she was levitating from where I was.
Ah, well, you had a funny angle.
Right.
Right, where we go?
With some gold. Let's get that gold. Joe, if you work out where we're meant to be going.
That looks to be a massive cabin.
Just looking for eggs.
It's lovely sand as well. I like sand maps.
I reckon we should be going through this one.
The verticality is usually a bit dodgy.
Loot book.
Oh, there's a golden loot bug as well.
Nice.
Oh, that's rare. Oh, smack the crap out of it. It's worth loads of gold.
Ah! Ah!
Rain gold.
Jesus.
Oh, full of gold.
All the
Molly.
gold. All the gold.
Bloody
Oh,
hell.
Molly.
Spiders? Right. Ah!
Okay, alright then. What are we doing?
Following me.
Killing dreadnoughts. Oh, better thing behind us somewhere.
Grabber.
Thank you.
Dead grabber.
What the hell?
Oh, nitro.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I meant to say.
I really need some medicine.
There's some back in the main hall if you want that.
That's a good point. There'll be some in a minute.
Oh,
I missed that thing noise. Right.
Oh, sugar.
here in the
Oh, hello.
thing.
Yeah, hang on. There's a.
Brood Nexus. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Two Brood Nexuses actually.
Would that be Nexus? Nexi?
XI.
Next oh no, Nexus, sorry, it's Greek, isn't it? Not Latin. Yeah.
They're all gonna kill me.
Oh no, Nexus, sorry, it's Greek, isn't it? Not Latin.
Beeping.
What we got with gold?
Yeah.
How are they still little? Why are they all going for me? What did I do? What did I
found a
do?
lost pack.
You found a lost pack? Oh, cool. Ladies and gentlemen watching, that means that there's a new purple thing on our map.
Got to be another Nexus round here. That's ridiculous now.
I know, they're horrible, right?
No, I killed one and I like spawned a whole load of them and blew up.
Gold!
Oh no! That didn't quite get a pan.
What happened, mate?
So back.
You didn't smear. That's all right. Peeling off the sand.
I just randomly started shooting at Molly and I wasn't really paying attention.
Joe, do you want to go take that health over there?
Probably a good idea.
Mm.
What else down here, by the way?
Some lovely filth down here. Dennis?
Ah, alright. Break on through to the other side.
We can't do to the other side. Oh, don't make me sing. People will start to. I'll have to do
That's
a
copyright strike, that is.
I don't know, is that a copyright strike for singing? I can't remember what the rules are.
Too short.
That's the vocals owned by Mr. Jim Morrison.
MCA notice coming your way.
Are you only allowed to sing on stream if you're doing Twitch sings? Or can you just randomly start singing? I've never known the rule.
I have heard, well, from a YouTube standpoint, I have heard copyright claims go in for people just mentioning songs.
Just mentioning them.
Well, singing certain sections of them.
Oh, breeder in the roof.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I take it that thing's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sort of little flying awfuls.
Sniping. It's dead.
Look out for any row. And squish those purple things, which is possible.
There's an absolute ton of pearl up
Those
there.
are the,
Well, I take it this thing that's above me, do not shoot it.
The big egg-like thing, no, leave that until we're ready.
Okay.
Where's Molly?
Is there like an orb or something here, like a black pearl? Or am
Yeah, an Enor Pearl.
Some Enor Pearl.
Enoch. Pearl?
Oh, hello. Oh, did it drop?
Here's another one.
Remind me never to sing Happy Birthday next time I'm in stream.
Yeah, that's horrendously heavily copyrighted.
You're not allowed to do that. You're not even allowed to sing that while you're washing your hands anymore.
And they're notoriously litigious apparently. Okay, heads up guys, we've got two eggs right next to each other.
It just have dropped. Did it drop?
So surely it'd probably be a good idea to kill one.
You see where I am, everybody? When we get into a fight, do not go down there, because the one at the top, the really obvious one, I would suggest.
Yeah, but then we want to run away from here, then, don't we? Once we've
Yeah, but you don't want to run east effectively,
I think if
because then you'll end up in a
At the
pit
other
with a
end.
load of trawlers.
Oh, sandstorm, just to make things really interesting. Right.
Everyone wait for a sec, shall we?
Yeah, had some beer.
I would have a bit of tea, but I've run out.
Yeah.
Come on, Storm.
Very weak beer, though. So,
Does that mean it doesn't count?
well,
Just pull down to the iPod, because we're going to need it with two dreadnoughts.
oh, we got lots of nimmers.
oh no.
I'm just going to use my hammer because I don't want to risk shooting the thing.
Right.
Oh, there's a thing up there.
Oh, yeah.
Warden.
Warden really needs our attention.
Killed the warden.
Oop.
I do a Praetorian on me. Hello. Oh god, I've got nowhere to go. Sugar.
Yeah, just careful with the ammo.
Right, we're going to get the show on the road.
Yeah.
Yep. Get your ammo if you need it.
By the way. If you need red sugar, there's a little pile here.
Hang on, let me just check my ammo. Yeah, that should be alright.
Right. Are you ready, gents?
Almost. Yes. Let's go.
That's one. Anyone else? Right, I'll start it off then.
God, that's a terrifying noise, isn't it?
Yeah, they're big, they're ugly, and it's coming towards me. Oh no, it's targeting...
Me, and it missed me. That one's gonna hit.
Whoa, that was a good shot, boy.
Okay, it's running away from me now. That's perfect timing.
Look, the little nimmers have just turned up.
That's perfect timing.
Yeah, I need to be on a different rope. Do 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 do.
Is it harassing?
Oh, jeez. These little... Whoa, hello. Oh,
it's done a
oh
runner.
god.
Oops.
Oh god. That's bad.
It's doing its old charge thing.
There we go.
Ow.
That thrasher thing dead?
Yeah, it is now.
Oh, shit.
Ow, crap, I'm stuck.
That thrasher thing dead?
Yeah, it is now. Ow, I'm stuck.
Right, let's do this properly.
It doesn't like it when you freeze it.
Go freeze it again.
Yeah, just pissed it off something.
I seem to remember it doesn't particularly enjoy it when you set it on fire either. Ah!
I've got problems when I'm chasing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that hurt.
Yeah, that hurt, definitely.
What's shooting?
Oh, that definitely hurt.
Why are two of you dead?
Take that bitch out.
Right, res one of the others.
That's alright, I've got a res on someone. Lure it away from me.
On Blaze.
Right. Raise one of the others.
Ow, it's chasing me.
Okay, if it's chasing you, I'm going to res whoever this is. Oh, I got instant res.
There we go. Oh, there it is. That's a silly question. Isn't it?
Right, where is it?
I don't know, but I'm probably doing the stupid thing and running after it. Oh god.
I think it's after me.
It's running around a big pillar.
After me.